Turning, looking,
It is August 1st, and the trade deadline is less than 24 hours away. The Yankees welcome a potential playoff matchup, the Seattle Mariners, into the Bronx. My recap, your reactions, coming up next. This is Yankees Game Night. Gentlemen, we got to talk about the Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0. It is the one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. You got the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. You guys know all about that. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. That's a fantastic tool that every guy can use. The Ultra Premium Body Wash. I actually have some of this stuff. It smells really good. Same with the 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner. But my favorite part of this package is the boxer shorts. These are the most comfortable boxer shorts I've ever worn, and I think you'll like them too. They're very light, very flexible, and they'll keep your boys dry. Visit manscaped.com and use the code NYYRecaps, that's all one word, and you will get 20% off and free shipping on your order of the Platinum Package 4.0, the best deal yet, and your balls will thank you. 70. First team to 70 wins, baby. Yeah. More of that, please. So we have got a lot to talk about tonight. With less than 24 hours to the trade deadline, there's a solid chance that we'll get some news during this live stream. So if something comes out, just let me know and we'll talk about it. I'm not keeping up with the Twitter feed as we're doing the live show, so Cashman had a busy day. I know a lot of people have work, they have responsibilities, they have kids. So I want to recap the transactions first, and then we'll get to the game. Let's start off with Scott Efros from the Chicago Cubs. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's how I heard Matt Blake pronounce it. He's a rookie, but he's kind of like a version of Darren O'Day, except he's not a fossil. Low 90s guy, sidearm, submarine, lot of movement. He's an uncomfortable bat for hitters. If you watch The Captain, and Jack Curry, credit to him, tweeted this out, but I was thinking the same thing. Jeter always said how uncomfortable he was against sidearm pitchers, and Efros is one of those guys. Yankees traded Hayden Wesneski as part of that deal, right-handed pitcher from AAA, who was their number 7 prospect according to MLB Pipeline, number 5 according to Baseball America preseason. The biggest deal, though, was that they got Frankie Montas and relief pitcher Lou Trevino from the Athletics for a number of good prospects. Ken Waldichuk, J.P. Sears, pour a glass out for those guys. Luis Medina, part of that deal. Cooper Bowman, part of that deal. Waldichuk hurts. I was looking forward to watching him pitch, but don't be surprised if J.P. Sears also becomes a really good pitcher. So before we get started, round of applause to those guys. In summary, so far at the deadline, the Yankees have gotten Benintendi, Montas, Efros, and Trevino, and they've kept most of their top prospects, but depleted most of their pitching depth. So it seems like the next logical moves are a Joey Gallo trade. They also could move Miguel Andujar. I could see them moving, maybe one or two other guys. Florial is a possibility to get some additional depth in that pitching. Any kind of serviceable arm. If I'm Cashman, I'm calling up and I'm saying, is the arm attached to a living human being? Yeah? Let's make a deal. Done. So that's, we'll see what happens. But Montas will take the spot originally occupied by Luis Severino. Severino was transferred to the 60-day IL, so he's out until mid-September. That reinforces my opinion that Severino is going to be a bullpen piece for the Yankees this October. If he has any kind of setback, they're not going to have time to stretch him out. So right now, the Yankees' playoff rotation looks to me like Garrett Cole, Frankie Montas, Nestor Cortez, and then maybe Severino. But if it's Severino, it's going to be for like a shortened, 4 to 5 innings max, probably. Tyone and Montgomery, probably one of them will be left off the roster, and one of them will be pitching out of the bullpen. So, that's just the way it would shape up right now. On to the game. Oh, we got a super chat real quick. Ian says, after all the criticism over the offseason, I think everybody should give it up to Cashman for the job he's done the last few days.
I totally agree.
Absolutely. Hey.
More of that, please.
Yeah, he's having a nice bounce back year himself. All right, on to the game. Yankees wasted no time tonight. Single by LeMahieu, double by Judge. 3-run home run by Anthony Rizzo.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
26 home runs on the year for him. 3 straight games with a long ball. He's going to have 30-plus this year. And again, that's another pickup by Cashman last year that not a lot of people were expecting. And then they re-sign him, and he's been the right guy. I don't know if he would have signed with the Yankees, and I don't know if the Yankees would have signed him without seeing him play in New York first. But because he came here, he did such a nice job, he liked it here, they were able to bring him back, and he's done a great job. Bottom 2, we're going to hit the noise again.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
43 on the season for Aaron Judge. I think the wrong person is nicknamed the Martian. Judge is not from this planet.
Pay that man his money.
He's just 2 home runs off of Barry Bonds' 2001 pace, so 70 is definitely in play. That's going to be a story to watch. Bottom 4, Jose Trevino went deep. 8th home run of the season, and whenever he hits a home run, it seems to electrify both the bench and the stadium. Some guys just have that effect. Tyler Wade had that effect. Ronald Reyes, usually guys who don't hit a lot of home runs. So I fully expect whenever IKF finally goes deep, that the bench and the stadium is just going to go nuts. Herman was the Yankee starting pitcher tonight. He was kind of into and out of trouble all night. The Mariners were all over his fastball, but the curveball was pretty good. His command has been better in the past. He was done after 5 innings, final line, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, just 1 strikeout. I think he's becoming that depth piece that will come up and pitch, as needed. And I think he's one of the guys who is probably going to get optioned. The Yankees have to clear 3 roster spots. And I think he's going to be one of them. Espinal, who was up briefly, is going to be one of them. And then the Yankees have to make a decision between Marinaccio and Peralta. So that is a good comment to debate over in the chat. Who do you want? Would you send down Peralta or would you send down Marinaccio? Personally, I would send down Peralta. I think Marinaccio's look great, despite his, bad Sunday. Marinaccio, by the way, bounced back tonight. Really good inning. Chapman worked a scoreless 7th inning. Loaizaga looked good once again. And then Trevino, once again.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again.
Second home run of the game. 9th home run of the season. That matches his career total coming into the season. And the Yankees hang on.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
More of that, please.
It looks like most of you in the chat want to get rid of Peralta instead of Marinaccio, and I agree. I like Peralta. I would option him down and call him back up when the rosters expand, and then you use him in the playoffs, deploy him against whichever team you, depending on which team you play, you could either use him or Marinaccio. I said that all wrong, but, you just make that final roster decision. But tonight, the belt winner, Jose Trevino. now that the Yankees have Lou Trevino, I'm going to be screwing up Trevino versus Trevino all the time. So my new nickname for this Trevino is going to be Trevino with an Eno. And the other guy would be just Trevino. All right? Wiffle Ball says Lucas Litke. You know, he's been pitching pretty well lately, and I think the Yankees like that he can give you 2 1/3, 2 2/3, from the left side, and he doesn't cost anything either. I mean, they picked him up off of the damn grocery store line. He could be, but I think they're going to keep him. All right, let's take a look at the box score. This was a good one. Jimmy says Peralta isn't going anywhere. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. It's probably going to be Marinaccio, but I would keep Marinaccio. I just like the way he's been throwing. And Andy Yang says Wandy Savant page is crazy. Yeah, he's got very good metrics. We'll take a look at it after the box score, if you remind me. So DJ LeMahieu, 3 more hits tonight. He's up to 290. And really the best acquisition the Yankees have gotten this season has been getting 2019 DJ LeMahieu back. Aaron Judge, 2 for 4 tonight with 2 RBIs on the home run. He also hit a double. He's up to 299. So he's, making a run at 300 with these monstrous home run numbers. Catherine Soros says Marinaccio is a family favorite.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, we love him too.
Absolutely. Hey.
All right. And then Rizzo, 1 for 3 with the 3-run home run tonight, hitting 229. You'd love to see him get over 230, 240 over the next couple of months, maybe finish over 250. He's got some work to do. It's hard to raise your average at this point of the season. You've pretty much become what you are, and the BABIP gods have had their way with him. So 229 it is, but the power's still there. 26 home runs. Gleyber Torres, 0 for 4 tonight. He's kind of hitting a little bit of a slide recently. Donaldson, 1 for 3. I've noticed a more concerted effort the last few days. He's trying to take the ball to right field more. He hit one hard that got run down. I think it was last night. It might have been tonight. All the days run together when you're staying up 20 hours for trade deadline coverage. Andrew Benintendi, 0 for 3. He's off to a bit of a slow start in the hit category with the Yankees, but I wouldn't worry just yet. He's pressing a little bit. That's not uncommon when guys get traded to a new team. And also, he's been drawing walks and scoring runs, so I don't think it's a big deal that he's struggling a little bit. Aaron Hicks, 0 for 4. I suspect that the Yankees are probably done making trades, but one area that I could see them pulling off a shocker tomorrow, if you're able to get Brian Reynolds, whose name has been out there, you sneak in and get him while other teams are fighting over Soto, and then you move Hicks. I could see that happening. Not likely, but don't be shocked if it does. Kiner Falefa, 1 for 4 tonight, hitting 269, and Trevino, 2 for 4 with the belt-worthy 2 home runs. And going down to the pitching lines, Herman, 5 innings, 2 runs. He gets his first win of the season. ERA still ugly. Marinaccio, beautiful ERA, 2.16. Loaizaga and Chapman both with scoreless innings. And Wandy Peralta pitched a good inning. He's got a 2.29 ERA. So, okay, so we've got a update from Peralta here from Jack Curry. According to Jack Curry, Peralta can't be sent down because he's exceeded 5 years of service time. Unfortunately, will probably be Marinaccio. Well, I don't know how to respond to that. That's a good comment. You canceled out my hope. All right, now I said we would go look at the baseball savant for Wandy. Let's take a look at baseball savant. All right, Wandy Peralta. Now, sometimes it takes the metrics to come up for a little bit, so I'll take a comment. Parks and Young wants to get rid of Hicks. Mark Jones says Hicks is terrible. Having a bad year. His on base has been sneaky. All right, so we're not getting the metrics here tonight. It's having one of those wonky nights. I don't know what's up with this, but the stats so far this year, 38 innings, 32 strikeouts, so he's done a fine job. So I'm okay with him hanging around. We'll have Marinaccio up in September or when somebody gets hurt. Ian says Hicks just goes hot and cold for way too constantly. I agree. He's very streaky, and his hot streaks don't last that long. They're kind of like, you see him getting hot, he gets a couple of hits, and then before you know it, he's cold again. Matthew DiPolito says, I hope the Yankees take it to Castillo this weekend.
I hardly agree.
Or this Wednesday. Sorry, did I say weekend? I think that's going to be the matchup of the week. Garrett Cole versus Castillo. Now, Garrett Cole has not been pitching great. The numbers overall are pretty good, but he's, he had that bad inning against the Royals. He's had a couple of tough outings since the break. I need him to go out there knowing that he's pitching against an ace and really deal and pitch with an agenda of, hey, you're in our house and I'm shutting you down because this is a playoff preview. Mr. Top Gaming says Gallo has got to go. I think it's a foregone conclusion that he's going to be gone before the deadline tomorrow. Joel Sherman tweeted out today that it was pretty much guaranteed to happen. John Compton says he actually likes Hicks. I don't mind Hicks. I just think that, he's had several months to get going. I mean, it's not a slow start anymore. It's August 1st, right? And you've got until 6 o'clock tomorrow to decide if he's the guy. Oh, here's the Wandy stuff came up. I'll pull this up real quick. You have until 6 tomorrow to decide if Hicks is the guy. If he's your championship center fielder. I find it interesting that the Yankees have managed to keep Oswald Peraza so far. They have a bunch of shortstops now. Still, Peraza, Volpe, Sweeney, Arias. Those are all shortstops in their top 10. You could definitely move one or two of those guys in a package for Reynolds. It could happen. I don't think Soto's going to happen because he doesn't play center field. But, with Hicks, he gets on base. But I don't want to get to the World Series and have the season come down to Aaron Hicks and have him pop up. I need something else. I need a better outcome than that. Stone Cold says, move down Herman and have Marinaccio take his spot. So Herman's probably going to be one of the guys that gets sent down. There's three. There's three guys that got to be sent down, but appreciate that. A. Rothman says, increased offers from Padres, Dodgers, and Cards for Soto. I'm still not convinced he will get traded. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either. If I were the Nationals, I would hang on to him until the winter. Get more for him, get more teams involved. Maybe this guy, maybe Aaron Judge ends up signing a contract somewhere. The Yankees would be bidders at that point. Lori C says the Astros have significantly improved their lineup today. I saw they got Mancini. Did they get anybody else? Stone Cold says Hicks is bad. Bring up Florial. The thing that Hicks has over Florial is that he has a higher on-base percentage than Florial's ever really been able to do at the big league level. But again, in a short amount of time. And also, Hicks is a switch hitter, which they like. Pamela Davis says, remember when Hicks said that he was going to go 30-30? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yankees Morning Brew. I feel like, okay, on this channel, I give these talks every night, and sometimes a commenter phrases something much better. He phrases my thoughts, he or she, much better than I can. And Yankees Morning Brew just said it perfectly. I can live with Hicks, but I would still entertain upgrading that position with zero hesitation. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. I can live with it, but he is far and away not my preferred center fielder. If you've got a chance to go out and get Reynolds, and people seem to have forgotten about Reynolds, right? I mean, the Pirates aren't going anywhere. They owe it to him. He's been there for so long to try and get him a chance to win. And I think it makes all the sense in the world while, the Dodgers and the Padres and the Cardinals are duking it out for Juan Soto. They're duking it out. Cashman can swoop right in and get Reynolds for nowhere near the cost. I think it's a move that I would at least try to make if I were him. Now, you would have to find something to do with Hicks at that point. You're going to dump Gallo. I don't know if you're going to be able to dump Hicks because of the contract. You might have to eat the contract. But if you eat the contract, I have no doubt you could move him. No doubt. To whoever loses out possibly on the, the Soto and, like whether it's the Dodgers could use an extra switch hitting bat. I'm sure the Cards would like him. So maybe it's just a pipe dream on my part. Andy Batista says, let's throw a parade soon as Gallo gets traded. Appreciate it.
More of that, please.
Yo, Elvis says, DJ batting 290. It's climbing back up. I don't think he's going to hit 360 like he did in the COVID season, but I think he's got a real shot to hit over 300 again. You got 2 months. 10 points is, the way he's swinging the bat, that's nothing. That's nothing. I think he'll be over 300 by mid-August. Mendel Libero says, what about Ian Happ for center? That's another guy who you could sneak in there and probably get him for less. And we know that the Cubs deal with the Yankees. I think the fact that he was not part of the deal for Efros, I think that suggests that maybe the Cubs are asking a little bit too much because you're already making a deal. Why not just tack on a couple other players? So, we'll see. I'm not seeing any other deals right now. Ben Green says Gallo to the Braves. That would be an interesting move. We talked about that last night. Chris Schmidt says Hicks should be fourth or fifth outfielder, if anything. And I agree.
I hardly agree.
Let's see here. Virginian thinks low 300s for DJ. I'll take it. All right. One or two more, and then we're going to call it a night. Julio says, who's better, Wandy or Lucas? They're both really good in terms of StatCast. I'm looking at Wandy's metrics, and, he just creates soft contact, right? Doesn't strike out a lot of guys. So let me pull up Lucas Litke and see what his stats look like. It might take forever. Screw it. I mean, I would say probably, I don't know. If you made me pick, I'd probably go with Wandy because he's younger. I think he's younger. But I really like Litke's curveball, and I like that he can give you multiple innings. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. This is the third or fourth video for the day, and we still got one more day till the trade deadline. So I'll see you next time. Oh, wait. Do we want to watch through the highlights one more time? Let's do it. Let's watch through the highlights. All right. You guys probably watched him 10 times. Here's a double from Judge. This is a fastball, 90 miles an hour. Hits it off the wall, just missed. First home run of the day. And then Rizzo connects. This one was over 420 feet. He hits it over the bullpen. Nice shot from Rizzo. Here's a shot from Judge, 87 inside. That's not going to get it done against Aaron Judge. Hits it almost to the hotel sign. Just smashed. 43 bombs on the year. Trevino, high fastball. Just kind of tomahawks it, hooks it, about maybe 15 rows deep. And then another shot to center field. And that feels good when you connect dead center. Yankees win this one, 7-2. And just a reminder that coming this August, and this is the new artwork that we're working on, coming to Blue Wire, NYY recaps on all your favorite podcast platforms. Dulcet tones. Yankees get Frankie Montas today. Big day. I'll see you next time.